applied from? Which end, which program?
I don't remember.
Mr. Chairman, I was informed that this was borrowed from program 058. 58.
Thank you.
That's the program you're in.
The whole program, which
That's the program you're in.
058. A as in
that's where we are, which there.
Thank you.
058.
I should I remember I remember, Mr. Kumar, I give you the floor. I have given you the floor.
Mr. Speaker, then item 6255, maintenance of other infrastructure. I noticed a sober 17,500,000 was allocated, and the same sober 7,500,000 was spent. And now I see the same sober 7,500,000 is allocated for 2019. Can the Honourable Minister tell us which are the buildings and what are the infrastructure and how much was spent on each?
Thank you.
I want a sober thing.
Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I was informed that the application will be used for cleaning and maintenance of the 9 compounds under the department.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, under 6321, can the minister say how much money is budgeted here for the National Trust? And can the minister give us a breakdown on what that sum will be spent on?
Thank you. Honourable Minister.
Mr. Chairman, the National Trust will have an allocation of 100 million. We will lay over the breakdown.
Thank you. Can I put the question?
Code 1218200, Building Cultural Center. Mr. Chair, I noted the provision is for roof, sound room, and theater chairs. The question for the Honourable Minister is, in the last budget, there was also provision for roof, but roof fence lights and rewiring of building. I noticed that the provision for roof recurs, and also I note that no new lights have been there for the National Cultural Center. Can the Minister explain, please?
I thank the honourable member.
I was informed that in 2018 we had phase 1 being completed of the roof of the cultural center. And in phase 2 we will do in 2019.
I thank the honourable Minister. Honourable Senator.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Would the Minister clarify what is the position with the lights and the rewiring? And if the theater chairs mentioned, is it going to be that all of the chairs are going to be replaced because most of them or many of them are broken?
I thank the honourable member. Honourable Minister.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to inform the honourable member that the lights are at present being installed, and the chairs will be done in a phased manner.
Thank you. Honourable Kumar.
Mr. Chairman, this item 1218200. Of this 53 million that is allocated, I would like the Minister to tell us if this is a rollover program. How much will be spent out of this year, next year budget on the completion of the roof? How much will be done for the theatre chairs? How much will be spent for the rewiring of the building again? And how much of equipment for the sound roof? And what are the equipment?
I thank you, member. Honorable Minister.
Mr. Chairman, the phase 1 was not a rollover item. It was completed in 2018, and the second phase will be tendered in 2019.
I thank you, Honorable Minister.
Allocated for monuments. Can the minister tell us how much would be spent on the 1823 memorial? How much would be spent on the Chinese arrival monument? How much would be spent on the Portuguese arrival monument? And how much would be spent on the Roosevelt massacre monument?
Answer, Honorable Member. Question, Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. To inform the honorable member that the retention for the rehabilitation of St. Peter's Church roof would be 903,000. Retention for the rehabilitation of the eastern wall Fort Zealandia would be 753,000. The restoration of section of St. George's Cathedral, 1,138,000. The Portuguese arrival monument, we have 8 million. The Chinese arrival monument, 8 million. The 1823 memorial at Parade Ground would be 8 million. The Roosevelt massacre monument would be 8 million. Restoration of the section of St. George's Cathedral roof would be 5 million. And rehabilitation of the historic Providence Temple would be 3 million.
I thank the Honorable Minister. Honorable Dr. Anthony.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, can the minister tell us where the Chinese arrival monument would be located, the Portuguese arrival monument, and also the Roosevelt massacre monument?
I thank the Honorable Member. Honorable Minister.
What project building monument in Norway? Yes, so what?
Mr. Chairman, I was informed that this information will be laid over.
I thank the Honorable.
Members are attached.
Honorable Mr. Shiro, you wish to follow
Yes, member, under the same head, National Trust, the 1218900, that the project includes payment of retention. Could you say who are you paying the retention to and for what? And secondly, as you're on the floor, as you're there, could you see how did the ministry come up with the department come up with 4 equal allocations for 4 different monuments? Has there been any consultation with any of the constituencies? Is there any design already available? Are you going to be going out to public advertisement to invite people to send any designs? So that, and you seem to be putting the cart before the horse, in that you've got a figure, but you really don't know what it's going to be like. And has there been any consultation with any of the communities about these monuments?
I thank the Honorable Member. Honorable Minister.
Mr. Chairman, actually there was a competition. It was advertised in the local newspapers, and we invited persons to submit submissions for those monuments. It was earlier this year that
I thank the Honorable Minister. I should now put the question.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair. Thank you. Project code 1218200, Building Culture Center. Can the Honorable Minister lay over to this House exactly what will be done for the sum room with regard to the budgeted sum for this year? And also, can the Minister say when the installation will be completed and what is the scope with regard to the lighting of the National Culture Center, including modern lighting that will be installed and complete lighting.
Honourable Member. Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. We promised the honourable member that that information will be laid over.
Thank you. Honourable Council, you have the floor.
Mr. Chairman, going back to the monuments, can the minister lay over for us one, the date when this was advertised, how many entries there were, who was the evaluation panel, who had the winning designs, and whether these designs can be available so that the public can see what they look like, and what would it cost to build such a monument, and the location where it's proposed to be built.
The project document
Mr. Chairman, I cannot assure you that this was done and enough thought given to answer all the questions that the honourable members are asking to be laid over, and it will be so done.
Thank you very much. I now put the question. Some stated for agency 058.
2018. Well, I assume what was anticipated for easy transfer. However, only 35 people worked in 2018 this year, but the ministry used 98.4 million. And now in 2019, this is just contracted employees. You're now going to 110. So how many people were you paying in 2018 to reach 98 million? When in 2019 you have 56 people, in 2018 you didn't have 56 people. You had less. So how is only a matter of 1.something million difference when you've doubled almost the amount of people that you're paying?
Triple.
Mr. Chairman,
Thank you, Honourable Member. Honourable Minister.
the transition period started in 2017 and in the last quarter it was completed in 2018.
Thank you.
Can I therefore ask the minister that the table that we see before us is incorrect? The table on page 51 that says staffing details says the staff of 2018 is 35 and the staff of 2019 will be projected to 135.
Thank you. Honourable Minister.
Mr. Chairman, under line item 6116, contracted employees from 18 to 56.
Thank you. Honourable members, we will have to end questioning on this. Once we have a question, then we will. What's the first question, Dr. Anthony?
Mr. Chairman, under 6284, can the minister say whether this 3.3 million is the only amount of money available for the operationalization of the national youth policy?
Thank you. Honourable Minister. Honourable Minister.
Mr. Chairman, the operationalization of the youth policy is catered for under 6294 and under 6284 orders. This is for the is an allocated sum which caters for payment for DSL service, bank charges for wire transfer, and installation of meters for water and light at the new training centers at KKTC, Cottagen, Malavini, and then Amsterdam.
I thank the Honourable Minister. Member Stanford, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, can the minister provide information as to what is the salary range for the 10 highest paid contract employees and what are the responsibilities of those persons?
Samuel Member. Honourable Minister.
Mr. Chairman, the designation of the officers of the highest paid would be project officer, the executive officer PYARG, youth and culture and youth officer. How much? Project officer 132, 427. Executive officer PYARG 330, 450. Assistant director education 197, 232. An assistant director education and training 197, 232.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. This is the last question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, under 6294, the Minister told us that monies has been set aside here for national policy. Can the Minister tell us exactly how much money has been set aside and what parts of the youth policy would be operationalized?
Thank you, Honourable Member. Honourable Minister.
Mr. Chairman, the allocation is $4 million and it is part that deals with the education of the policy from grades 1 to 10.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.